Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Check this out. After we dropped our last video, there was a whole bunch of debating going on in the comment section. And that's a good thing, because robust discourse is important, especially in a time where everybody wants to yell at each other using all caps and emojis, but nobody really wants to talk to each other. Now, with that being said, after the video dropped, somebody sent me a message and it had me thinking. They were like, Source, Jaguar Wright is simply the modern version of Wendy Williams and a more trustworthy version of Tasha K. And I sat there and I was like, not quite sure if I agree with that. Because personally, I view all of these women very differently. Because to me, they're not one and the same. And in my book, each one of these women, Wendy, Tasha, and Jaguar, have a different level of credibility. But after I read the message, I was like, gotta explore this further. So today I'm gonna do a little something different. And instead of just sharing a news story with you and then sharing my opinion afterwards, I'm gonna ask you to listen to the following scenario. And then, when the scenario is done, answer the question that follows in the comment section below. And while you're down there leaving your comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Alright, so here we go. And just so you know, I'm breaking out my British AI voice for this once again. And also, really quick, I'm issuing a disclaimer on this video since everybody's issuing disclaimers. And that disclaimer is this: if you can't take a little fun, then this right here is not the video for you. Alright, let's go. The scenario is called You vs. P. Diddy.
It was a midsummer's night and you were at home just chilling, and before you knew it, you must have dozed off while watching The Source on YouTube. But you were startled awake when your phone rang. You picked it up and you were like, who the hell is this calling me at 5:46 in the morning? It was the crack of dawning. You were yawning. Just wiped some sleep from out your eye. You quickly realized that it was your man Pop from the barbershop, and he was calling to tell you that he had just overheard P. Diddy talking to Stevie J, saying that he was on his way over to your crib to do some serious damage. Then out of nowhere, you heard a deafening boom echoing from outside your crib. You ran out your door to see what in the world was going on, and you realized your car was on fire. Flames erupted into the sky, devouring your car, which was parked in your driveway. The blast shook the ground and created a series of loud booms that sounded like the beat from Busta Rhymes' Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. Amidst the chaos, a lone figure stumbled from the scene, his silhouette illuminated by the inferno. You watched in disbelief as the man who you knew was definitely Sean Combs, aka the Diddler, sprinted away. As you stood there in disbelief, trying to process what was happening, you couldn't believe that this freaky ninja really came to your house, dressed like the Joker, blew up your car, then ran away with the quickness, while yelling, "Bad boys, come out and play, yay!" All you could think to yourself was, Cassie was right about this wannabe rapping, no dance step having, fake producing, devil eyebrow having, diamond tooth wearing dude. The explosion, the bizarre appearance of Diddy, his nonsensical cries. It was a scene ripped straight from a Batman flick. Not the good one where Jack Nicholson played the Joker, but the other one, with Christian Bale playing Batman, that sort of sucked and made me want to ask for a refund from the movie theatre. As the smoke cleared and the smell of burnt rubber filled the air, you noticed something else. A puddle of baby oil shimmering under a streetlight, its presence as out of place as Combs himself. As you kneeled down to investigate further, you thought to yourself, how much friggin' Johnson's & Johnson's baby oil can one man use? Geez, I mean for real, nobody in the world is ashy enough to need this much darn baby oil. Cocoa butter maybe, shea butter maybe, even some Aquaphor, but not baby oil. You knew, with a certainty that chilled you to the bone, that this was no accident. Diddy was out to get you, and he wouldn't stop until his mission was accomplished, and he had you buried 6 feet deep in a plot next to Tupac or Biggie. It was then that you decided that it was time to sue him. You had to take him to court, because if you didn't put an end to this, who knows what he would do next. Pay some gangbanger $1 million to have you pow-powed, poison you, put a horse tranquilizer in your drink, kidnap you, lock you in a room and torture you by making you listen to that whack-behind trash song, Act Bad, that him and Young Miami made. Oh my goodness, you thought to yourself. The Diddler is capable of anything. If he could get one of King Combs' garbage rap songs to hit #1 on the Billboard charts, there's nothing that Diddy can't do, if he really wants to. Fast forward 6 months. Almost half a year had passed since the Diddler threw a Molotov cocktail into your car and hightailed it out of there, and now you were 4.5 weeks into the court case. You and your attorney sat on one side of the courtroom, and him and his team of high-powered Versace suit-wearing attorneys sat on the other, as 12 jurors sat on the sidelines following the case intently. With almost $1 billion at his disposal, he hired a dream team of lawyers. But you hired an attorney named Ronnie Cochran V, whose 1-800 number you found on a bus stop bench. Why? Because you're cheap as hell, and instead of charging you the usual attorney's fee of 33%, Ronnie said he would represent you for 10%. During the first few weeks of the trial, it seemed as if you and your attorneys had this one in the bag. But now it seems like the tables have turned in Diddy's favor, especially since Stevie J took the stand and offered the diddler what appeared to be a rock-solid alibi. When Stevie J took the stand, he told the jury that he knows for a fact that Diddy couldn't have committed the crime that you were accusing him of because Diddy was at home with him, frying chicken in the kitchen on the night the incident occurred. According to Stevie, Diddy never left the house, not even to take a bike ride or to go dance on a dock, with one tear flowing down his cheek like Denzel in the movie Glory. Stevie made an impassioned plea to the jury to set his best friend Diddy free. He even told the court that they could ask French Montana, Kevin Hart, DJ Khaled, Cuba Gooding Jr., Jermaine Dupri and Chris Brown where Diddy was on the night in question, because they were there with both of them, frying chicken in the kitchen too. When asked about the copious amounts of baby oil and pink powder found in Diddy's home when the police raided his estate to investigate, Stevie looked at the jury with innocent doe eyes akin to Puss in Boots and said, "We don't do anything illegal, we're law-abiding citizens. The only reason there were 1,000 bottles of baby oil in the crib and pink powder all over the place is because we were in the process of putting together 1,000 charity gift boxes to donate to low-income single mothers with newborn ashy babies. We want to give back to society by turning those babies from ashy to classy." As Stevie J stepped down off of the witness stand, he looked at you with a smirk on his face. You know, that sly, devious smirk that he used to give to Jocelyn Hernandez when they were on Love and Hip Hop, and she would be like, "Stevie, I know you up to something, Stevie." As soon as you saw Stevie's smirk, you quickly looked over at Diddy, and when he knew that the jury wasn't looking, he winked at you, and then you looked back in the gallery of the courtroom and you saw his mother, Janice Combs, who was sitting in the first row dressed like a high-priced madam in a leopard print dress, fishnet stockings, and 8 in stilettos with a curly Mary J. Blige blonde-coloured afro wig that looked like she stole it from the set of a 1970s blaxploitation film, and she winked at you too. So right then and there, after thinking to yourself, who the heck dresses like that to come to court? You snapped back to your senses and thought, oh my goodness, the fix is in. Diddy must have bribed some of his witnesses and yours too. So now, here it is. Day 26, and it's your last chance to put a witness on the stand that you know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about what Diddy did to you, and even potentially furnish proof that he blew up your car. Unfortunately, even though you have 3 people who have come to the courthouse to testify on your behalf, who claim that they have tapes of the incident, your attorney has just informed you that the judge has told him that you can only call one more witness to the stand. Therefore, you're going to have to choose one out of the 3 witnesses that you have. As you and Ronnie Cochran mull over your potential list of witnesses, which includes Jaguar Wright, Tasha Transrena Kibi, aka Tasha K, and Wendy Williams, you think to yourself, now who can I trust to tell the truth? The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Which one of these women can I trust to win this case and bring this thing home for me? Now, just as you're getting ready to tell your attorney Ronnie Cochran V which of the 3 women you've decided that you want to testify on your behalf, he stops you in your tracks and with a very serious, stern and concerned look says, "We have to be extremely careful about who we choose to put up on that stand today because this is it. This is the make or break moment, and if the person we choose to put up there gets caught perjuring herself, which means lying even once, we're going to lose this case. Diddy's going to walk free. You and your family may be in danger for the rest of your lives, and you can kiss your $30 million judgment goodbye." So based on this scenario, who are you going to choose to testify on your behalf against the diddler? Jaguar Wright, Wendy Williams, or Tasha K? Choose wisely and remember that if your witness gets caught lying, even once you lose. Think carefully, then write down the name of the person that you're choosing in the comment section below.
All right, so who are you choosing? Wendy Williams, Tasha K, or Jaguar Wright? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you want to, let me know why you chose that person. And I promise you, next show, I'm gonna hit you with some real news. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Peace.